So I want to talk to you guys about my top 5 ways that I deal with and manage stress. The reason why this is so important is because, for one, I told you guys that 2019 for me is all about self-care and self-love. And to me, managing stress is a way to show yourself care and love. It's a lot of times we let stress gather and pile up and pile up and pile up and pile up until we're sitting on a mountain of stress and we don't know what to do. We have anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and we're just kind of like overwhelmed by the amount of things that we're just kind of like dealing with emotionally and mentally. Our mental and emotional health really can affect our physical health. So we have to learn ways to deal with and manage stress so that we can be healthy on all 3 fronts: mentally, emotionally, and physically, as well as spiritually. My number 1 way of dealing with stress, and I know that this is my number 1 way of dealing with stress because this is what I do when I get upset, is simply cooking. I like to cook. I like to cook. I get home chef and I like to do meal prepping, and I like to chop up stuff and cut it and dice it, and I love just looking at it and laying it out, and making it all look neat and pretty. I really get so much pleasure from meal prepping and cooking and just prepping my ingredients and making my refrigerator look nice. I get a lot of pleasure from that. I love cooking. Like, I really love to cook, and I'm not saying I'm the best cook in the world, but I do enjoy the act of cooking, especially the preparation part. Number 2 me definitely has to be reading. I'm an avid reader. I love to read. I definitely love Afrofuturism or sci-fi. I really like Octavia Butler books, and I can reread her books over and over again. I recently got into Nnedi Okorafor, and I've also recently got into what's the other author? I forget. I gotta go look at the book. She's new to me. I just ordered the books, so they're new to me. I have a lot of books that are just from my studies when I was in school that I still open up. I have lots of books. I really enjoy reading. It really takes me to another place, especially when I read Afrofuturism, those kind of fantasy type novels and books. They take me to another place mentally, and I get to kind of like escape into my mind, and it really feels good to just sit down and to read these books that sometimes can be based off of reality, but they're still fictional and fantasy like, and I really enjoy the act of reading, and I enjoy like opening up my imagination. Like, it makes me feel like a kid. You know, when you're a kid, your imagination just runs wild, and the older you get, the less you use your imagination. Those same little brain vessels, I guess, that I used to use when I was a kid gets triggered because I really love to, you know, my mind starts painting pictures and I can just see it happening, and I kind of feel like I'm there, and it's just, you get lost in that world. I get lost in that world when I read. So reading for me is definitely a stress reliever. Number 3 for me, stress is through my hair. Whether that be cutting my hair, styling it, coloring it, doing something to my hair. I release stress by doing something to my hair, twisting it, washing it, just doing my hair. Playing in my hair is definitely a way for me to kind of like release stress. Now, I don't like to do my hair when I'm mad, but if I'm feeling like I got a lot of pent up energy, not anger, but pent up energy and anxiety, I can really like put that energy in my hair and kind of like, you know, make my hair look good that day, or twist my hair or wash my hair. And once I'm doing that, I start kind of like escaping, you know, and forgetting about whatever it is that was like pushing me or stressing me out or making me feel anxious. So my hair is definitely a way for me to release stress. My 4th way, this is a new thing for me because I have not historically been this way, but it's just kind of like I'm starting to come into it, working out. And I'm really glad that this is becoming one of the ways that I release stress, because I need to lose weight. So working out has definitely become one of my stress relievers, and I think it's because recently I started to do kickboxing, and like I actually get to punch and kick things. So yes, I'm all for it. I'm all for kicking and punching and getting all that energy and just like boom, putting on the body bag. Like, I'm all for it. So working out is definitely another way that I like to manage and release stress. And my final way to release stress is to take a nap. I know that sounds bad, but it really is, to take a nap. Like, I really like to take naps when I'm feeling like overwhelmed. I just want to close my eyes and go to sleep and take a nap. And one of the things that I like to take before I take a nap is melatonin. But I recently started taking the ZQuil Pure Z's melatonin with chamomile and lavender. They don't work like a sleeping pill. They kind of just help you to like mellow yourself out. If you are used to taking strong sedatives, things that like really put you out, maybe not, but these things kind of like help you mellow yourself out. And I really like pure melatonin, like this, the melatonin pills and capsules. These are jelly. It's like, I think they have gelatin in them. Oh no, they're vegan. They're vegan, and this is what they look like. I was about to eat one right now because they taste like candy, but they look like this, and they're little gummies. But they really help to like mellow you out, you know, because napping helps me to release stress. So I like to nap every once in a while. Just take a nap, you know. It helps me to kind of like mellow everything out. What I want to encourage you to do is to find the things that you really enjoy doing. When you are stressed out, go do that. Because the thing about stress is when you're idle, okay, there's a saying that says, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Now, I ain't religious and all of that, but I do understand what that means. Like, when you are just sitting there, you're doing nothing. You're not occupying your mind. You're not occupying your time with anything productive. You're not doing anything for yourself. You're just kind of just sitting there in your own head space, talking down on yourself, you know, talking bad on yourself, thinking about all the things you did wrong, things you need to do better, thinking about all the things that you want to change, where you're just sitting there like overwhelming your mind and your emotions. You're going to feel more stressed out. You're gonna have more anxiety. You're gonna be making your blood pressure go up. You're gonna be messing your own self up. So you have to find things that you enjoy doing to occupy your time so that you don't feel like your stress is taking over your life. Because stress is definitely a natural part of life. We're all going to feel stressed at some point, but we have to learn how to manage and deal with the stressors that we have in our lives. Even take a journal. I didn't mention that, but journaling is definitely something that is a very effective way of managing and dealing with stress, because you get to write out your emotions, you get to write out all your feelings on a page, and it's definitely helpful to just let it go. And even if you're not letting it go, you're not saying it to somebody, you're not saying it to anybody, you're saying it to the paper. You know, sometimes it's just effective just to let the words out. So journaling is definitely another way that you can deal with stress. I don't journal right now. Definitely want to start to journal this year. I have not bought a journal yet. I want to buy a journal. I haven't bought a journal yet. I want to buy a nice journal, so I'm waiting. And I don't want to wait too long, but I want to buy one that I really like and I really want to open up and write in it. Journaling is definitely something that can help you deal with and manage stress, because you just get to put those emotions down and just walk away from them, you know. And I also think that it's helpful to journal to reflect, because you get to look at your journal, open it up, and reflect on what was happening back then. So yeah, find some ways to deal with your stress, because when you do that, you are allowing yourself the space to heal. You're allowing yourself the space to feel calm and collected. You're allowing yourself the space to grow, and you're giving yourself the love and attention that you need when you need it. Sometimes we have to stop and give ourselves attention. Sometimes you have to stop trying to give to everybody else and give to yourself. This is what you need right here. This is what you need right here and right now. Give it to yourself. Find effective ways to deal with and manage stress. But I really just wanted to pop in and talk to you guys about stress management. Stress management is the way that we're going to get through this year, because you got to learn how to manage stress. Because yes, we want this year to be less stressful. We want to deal with less stress going forward, but we're going to inevitably deal with stress. It's just a part of life. So we have to find effective ways to manage that stress so that we can get through it and we can get over it, and we can continue to live our lives without becoming completely overwhelmed and lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get off this camera. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My hair is just twisted. I know you're like, what's happening to your hair? So I twisted my hair. I washed it and I twisted it, and I just put it in a little ponytail bun situation, and these won't fit, so I just let them hang because I thought it was kind of cute. So yeah, that's what's happening with my hair. So I'm gonna go. Peace.